Okay, welcome back to our discussion on PostgreSQL database server. So we have PostgreSQL installed. We logged in as the Postgres user. Okay, so what I want to do is to verify. I want to verify that we are in fact Postgres. So I will simply use SQL by saying select current user. Okay, semicolon, and it's telling us that the current user is in fact Postgres. Okay, now the way it works, we want to create a database that regular users can work with. Okay, so we only use the Postgres account to do administrative tasks such as creating databases, adding extensions, which we will see later, and creating users. Okay, so let's create a database. So let's say we want to create a database that will keep tables that are related to, let's say, UB. Okay, so I will say create database. And notice when we write SQL, we tend to use all caps, uppercase. And then for any identifier, we simply use small letters. So I'm going to call my database university, semicolon. Okay. And we could always check to see if our database has been created by simply doing backslash. Backslash is sort of the meta key, meaning that you can specify options after the backslash. One of those options is the L option, which will list all databases. So currently we have 4 databases, the Postgres database, template 0, template 1, and university, which we just created. We could also do backslash u, sorry, that's du, okay, to list users. Currently we only have 1 user, Postgres. We could do backslash dt to list the tables. We don't have any tables, which are called relations, as you know. Okay, it's Control L to clear my screen. So let's connect to our database that we just created, and that's backslash meta key C, followed by the name of the database, semicolon. So notice we went from Postgres database to now connected to the university database. Okay, and it's telling us which database we are currently connected to. Now, who is the user? Well, we could say select current user. All right, and we're still connected as Postgres. So what we want to do, we want to create a user, a regular user, who we will use to log in and then interact with our university database. Because remember, we don't want to be doing regular database stuff such as creating tables and inserting rows and deleting rows as Postgres. Okay, we want to be a regular user. So we will use the create role command. And let's give the name of our user the same name as our database. Okay, so we're going to create a user named university with login, and in quotes we specify a password. Okay, use whatever you want. I'm going to simply call mine swordfish. Okay, since this is a demo database. Okay, so oops, semicolon. Okay, good. So open single quotes, close single quote. Okay, so my password is pound swordfish pound. Okay, and so if this is constructed correctly and I press enter, it will tell me that a role has been created. I could verify, I could say \du, and I now have 2 users. Okay, so what we can do also is to add extensions to this database that we created, or to the DBMS. And extensions allow us to, well, extend the functionality of PostgreSQL. So let's say, for example, that I want to be able to create users, let them create an email address, and I don't care if they use uppercase or lowercase letters. I will treat it all the same. Well, I could simply say create extension. Okay, and there are many extensions, and this one in particular will be hold on, exist. Okay, so create extension if not exists. So if the extension does not yet exist or it has not yet been installed, install it. And it's going to be CI for case insensitive text. Okay. And so we are able to install extensions. There are a list of extensions that PostgreSQL provides. You just need to read the documentation and find one that is suitable for your needs. Okay, for us, this is the one that will work, and you will see how to use it later on. Okay, so we have created this extension, all right? And of course, let's say I wanted to see what extensions there were. Okay, I could simply use \, question mark. Okay, and then these are all the things that I could do. Okay, there are quite a few of them. All right. To quit, \q. I could continue, right? \d, and so on. Okay. And I could keep looking, and oh, here's one. See, list extensions. \d, \dx. Okay, and let's see if that works. \dx. Okay, and I have 2 extensions listed: CI text and PLPGSQL. Okay, which is a procedural language. More about that later on. Okay, so we have done a couple administrative tasks, and to do those tasks, we must be Postgres. Okay, so we could also see where our PostgreSQL configuration file is located, because remember, every software you install has a config file, and so I could simply say show config_file. Okay, and it will tell me that the PostgreSQL config file is located in /etc/postgres12 main, and this is the name of the file. Okay, so if you ever need to access the PostgreSQL config file, this is the location, and this is the command to find that location. Okay, so we have created a database, we have created a user, and we now need to quit. Okay, and now what you want to do is to now log in as that user we created a while ago. And so I'm going to simply say PSQL, and I'm going to say -- host. Okay, and it's going to be localhost. Okay, not last but host. Okay. And I want to specify the name of the database that I want to connect to, which is DB name, and it's university. Okay. And I also want to specify who will be connecting to the database. So the username is also university, right? We created a username university. And so when I press enter, okay, it will ask me for the password that I need to enter for the user university, which, if you recall, for me, it's pong sign, sword, fish, and then pong sign again, and then enter. All right, so now I am a regular user, and notice I have this equal sign with the greater than sign. That tells me that I am a regular user, and I am able to now work as a regular user. Okay, so I am connected to the university database, and so I could also verify that I am in fact a regular user, or the university user, by saying select current user. All right, and let's see, can I do something that is administrative? Let's see, /dx. All right, yes. Can I list tables? Well, there are none. Can I list users? Yes. Can I list databases? Well, it's telling me 0, right? So I cannot list, sorry, that's not right, DL. Yes. So I have Postgres template 0 and on. So I can issue these commands as a regular user. Okay. Now, ultimately, as a database administrator, you can restrict those privileges, but this course is not about database administration, so we will not be dealing with that. Okay. All right. So that's it for this video. Let's quit. By the way, you could also quit by typing exit. Okay. Or /Q, which is quicker. All right. So we now know how to create a database, we know how to create regular users, and we know how to log in as a regular user to a particular database. I'll see you in the next video where we create some tables and run some basic queries. See you there.